It's the Rebel Yell podcast on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, wrapping up the WPIAL and PIAA basketball season 2025-2026. Our podcast here today presented by Edgar Snyder and Associates. Go local, go with Edgar, helping injured people since 1982. We hope you have enjoyed our salute to all the great players, boys and girls, all the great coaches, boys and girls, from this 2025-2026 season. We had head of the class players on Friday, head of the class coaches on Saturday, our Trib 10 All-Stars, boys and girls on Sunday, and now our last hurrah is our big-time salute to our WPIAL Players of the Year. Second straight year, our girls basketball player of the year, Mimi Thiero of Quaker Valley. What a fantastic season. What a fantastic career. Congratulations to you on another job well done, young lady.
Thank you so much.
So the one thing I want to, and I'll start this right out of the gates. You have had an opportunity to play for, your travel teams as you were growing up, AAU teams. You've had chances to represent the United States in competition. What made putting on that black and gold Quaker Valley jersey so special for you?
Quaker Valley has always been special to me. I've been going there since I was in second grade, so it's just a legacy to carry on and do. Graduated from Quaker Valley, so I just would have had my name on a ball too, like 1,000-point ball. Well, I'm gonna have 2,000-point ball, so just have my name right next to his.
Yeah, that's special, no doubt about it. And in an era when elite players are told for you to get better, you need to go play tougher competition, whether it be prep schools or whatever the case may be. I find it it does my heart well when players say, no, I want to finish my scholastic career playing with my friends.
Yeah, like I've had through the other two captains we had, I've been teammates with them since the fourth grade. So, just been playing together for a lot of time. So we really built that chemistry. I didn't want to just, up and leave like right before school starts because I want to go play at a prep school or stuff. I went to Quaker Valley for high school, started there ninth grade, so I'm going to finish my career there.
Awesome. And quite a season, too. The Quakers, again, finishing second place, Section 1 3A, as you did your junior year. But more wins, 19-8 record overall. With the season now in your rearview mirror, how do you think the team did overall?
I feel like we did really good. We were very competitive throughout the season. We came out to every game thinking with the mentality that we could win. We took a trip to Florida to play some of the top teams in other states. So I just think every game we went to with a competitive mindset, like we got this, we're going to go play our best, put our best out on the floor, and, whatever happens, happens.
We talked to coaches and players about trips. Not every school can make these trips, whether it be basketball early in the year. We're seeing it now with spring sports, with it being tough to play outdoors in March. So a lot of baseball and softball teams head south. And the big thing is not only playing the competition, as you mentioned, but it's that bonding experience where teams really get to gel. Knowing this was your senior year and your last hurrah, did that make this trip even more special?
It was even more special. I got to go down to Florida with my team. We spent a good week together there for New Year's. So we celebrated New Year's together. And, we're all 4 girls in one room. So like we're really spending a ton of time with each other. So I just feel like that really helped with our chemistry. We did that trip after we only did about like 1 or 2 section games. So as soon as we came back even more competitive and with even better chemistry and just came out playing better.
What was one thing you enjoyed about the trip specifically that had nothing to do with basketball? Was there something that you guys did as a team or group that you remember?
I'm probably going to Universal like almost every day. Going Universal, going on a roller coaster. So like even like going on the rides, with just waiting in line with my team. Like we're waiting in these lines for like an hour. We're playing games with each other. So it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, you got to do something to pass the time in those
Yeah.
long lines. That's for sure. Mimi Thiero, our WPIAL Girls Basketball Player of the Year for his second straight year, is kind enough to join us. Going back to my original question, it's an adjustment for you, I'm sure. When you're playing AAU ball, you're still one of the best players, but you're surrounded by very talented players. Whereas at Quaker Valley, you are the top player and you're surrounded by good players. You don't win 19 games with just one player, but it's different. I mean, every defense that is going up against Quaker Valley, you are the center of attention, whereas that's not necessarily the case on some of your other teams. Does that make it more mentally difficult for you?
I don't think it really makes it too difficult. Like I go into AAU, where I have an amazing team around me, so there's definitely a lot more space on the court for me to move around. So then I get to really work on my moves. Then it translates into when I'm coming back into WPIAL basketball, where probably getting double teamed, so I could use that skill that I worked on during AAU, where I had an open court to just getting around more defenders.
Let's give you the numbers for Mimi this past year, her senior year: 772 points, uh, four 424 rebounds. It's crazy. 80 assists, 92 steals, 118 blocks. I'm going to go over those numbers for your career in a moment, but you know, obviously you're very well known for scoring a lot of points. But what other aspect of your game are you most proud of?
I'd probably say blocks or rebounds. Like, some games, like, if I'm not playing too good offensively, one thing I'm definitely going to do is make sure I'm doing good defensively, getting defensive rebounds, or blocking shots, just being a threat in the paint. So teams want to tend to shoot more rather than taking into the paint. So definitely rebounds and blocks.
What's really, I mean, you obviously have the size to play and do damage down low, but really having seen you a couple times, you're listed as a guard and you play a lot as a guard. You play a lot on the perimeter, whether it be handling the ball or defending the basketball. So it kind of makes you're not standing down there on the blocks or in the paint a
Yeah.
lot of times. You're very active in coming out and challenging. It makes those numbers even more impressive, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go the career numbers now. These are even more impressive. You mentioned 2,000 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a rare air. 2,021 points. You end up with 1,340 rebounds. You mentioned you ran into Aubrey Hupp at an event today. We had her on. She was getting ready to get her 1,000th career rebound, and that kind of blew my mind. Here you are with 1,340 rebounds in your career, 253 assists, sharing the basketball, very nice, 304 steals, and 388 blocks. You mentioned the blocks and the rebounds, the unselfishness, the assists. It may not be as many as a lot of point guards around the district, but considering that you are the epicenter of the Quakers offense, and you are expected to score the basketball a lot. That's an impressive number of assists.
Yeah, I have amazing teammates. Like if there's too many people on, like two people on me, if I have one teammate open, they're definitely going to call for the ball. Let me know that they're open. I'm going to give it to them. They're going to take open shot, drive to the hoop, or just sharing the ball is definitely something that's really important in our Quaker Valley. Like whatever we do when we're practicing or stuff, like just working on getting at it, double teams, triple teams, just making sure I'm sharing the ball for my teammates to get good shots.
I've asked you this before. Now that your days are complete as a player at Quaker Valley High School, on to bigger and I'm sure better things. It will start this fall. University of Maryland. First of all, again, I know I've asked you this before, but for those who maybe are just seeing this or seeing you for the first time. Talk a little bit about the decision to go to Maryland.
The decision wasn't really too hard. Like I really knew I loved Maryland for my unofficial visit. Just wanted to make sure like it was a perfect decision for me. So I was waiting to do an official visit, but I always knew I really liked Maryland. It's only 4 hours away from my house, so it's pretty close. And having an all-female staff, that's also something that I was really impressed to see when I was visiting, and just have a great connection with Coach Freeze. So it just felt like the school for me.
Terrapins. Do you know what a terrapin is?
Yes, a turtle.
Yes. I looked this up, and I will read it to you, and you tell me if any of this makes sense. Terrapin is a small, semi-aquatic turtle found primarily in fresh or brackish tidal waters. Now, I don't know anything about that last part, but terrapin. Did you ever have like a pet turtle when you were younger?
No, I did not.
No. Would you like to have a pet turtle someday?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we'll see about that. But yeah, congratulations on that. Everybody here in southwestern Pennsylvania, wish you the best of luck once your college ball begins. What are you looking forward to most in moving from high school to college?
What I'm most excited for is our first game of the season in November. When the season starts, we're going to Paris to play South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm super excited for that.
Nice. Are you studying your French?
I have been studying French for about 7 years now, or 6 years.
Wow. So you kind of sort of, you talk about long distance vision. Good for you. So you could handle yourself, you think, over there?
I think I could handle myself.
All right. So I want you to say something to me now in French. Just rip something off.
Anything specific?
No. Whatever comes to mind.
Je m'appelle Umu, j'ai 18 ans et je vais aller à la Paris pour un match de basket.
Wow. I feel like I'm watching a Montreal Canadiens hockey game right now. But so what exactly did you say there?
I said, my name is Mimi or Umu, and I am 18 years old, and I'm going to Paris for a basketball game.
Wow, look at that. So when the team goes out to a restaurant, when you guys are over there, you'll be able to help teammates who have no idea, anything.
I'll best.
All right, there you go. That's awesome. That is something to look forward to. Let's look back now. It's tough now because it's just still, you're still in school and you haven't graduated yet. All those emotional times will come, and you will bid a fond farewell to a lot of great teammates that you obviously have grown close to. But what do you take away from not only Quaker Valley, but from your time, your youth here in southwestern Pennsylvania? Because there's a lot of people I've talked to that feel that Maryland's the first step, and that you eventually stay healthy and continue to get better, have a chance to play at a much higher level, down the road. So what do you take from, where it all began forward in your journey and probably throughout the country?
What I probably take away the most is, remaining humble. So like really just staying persistent, making sure I'm still working on my game, getting better every day, and, just growing as a person and as an athlete.
All right. Will you do some bragging about a certain high school podcast that featured you not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times? Will you spread the word in your future journeys, young lady?
That'll definitely be some locker room talk, yes.
All right. Good or bad, I'm not sure, but we any sort of promotion we greatly appreciate. All right, so let's, we've done this before with you, get to know you a little more. the inside Mimi, if you will. Um, Cats or dogs? Do you have a pet, first of all?
I do not have a pet, but I would choose a dog.
Why would you choose a dog?
I don't know. I just think I've always liked dogs more than cats.
Now, will you, once you're on your own, and maybe not necessarily college, but once
Yeah.
you're on your own, do you think you will have a pet, or you might be too busy for a pet?
Maybe I might be too busy, but if not, then I'd probably want a dog.
Okay, but here's the thing, dogs a lot of work, right? You got to walk them, no matter what the weather is. You got to walk them out there. Turtles, you don't have to walk them. So again, just planting the seed for a possible pet turtle
Right.
down,
Think about a
down the
turtle.
road. Breakfast. Favorite breakfast food?
I'd say my favorite breakfast food is French toast.
Do you like the powdered sugar on the French toast?
Yeah, I like powdered sugar. I'd say
Yeah.
French toast or waffles.
Okay. Do you anything on either one of them?
Probably just like strawberries or like strawberry syrup.
Oh, look at you, all healthy. Very nice. That's good. How about a strawberry Pop Tart? No.
No, I only like the cinnamon ones.
Now, do you toast your Pop Tarts?
I actually haven't had one in a while, but I normally don't.
All right. Well, you were young last time you had one, so we'll
Yeah.
overlook it. If you have, let's go to lunch. If you have a table, buffet, whatever you want to call it, and it has all kind of meats for you to build a sandwich. First of all, what kind are you going to use? A bun? Are you going to use a roll? Are you going to use a certain kind of bread? What are you starting with?
Um, Probably I don't know. I like the Subway Italian herb and cheese bread. So probably like make like a sub.
All right, that's good.
Turkey.
And what kind of meats? Turkey. Anything
Yeah,
else?
no, just turkey.
Turkey, cheese.
I like pepper jack cheese.
Ooh, that's a good one. And any condiment on it.
Um, Probably just like oil and vinegar.
Okay. No lettuce, tomato, any of that.
Lettuce and tomatoes, yeah. Lettuce, tomatoes, red onions.
All right, that's a good sandwich. That's a good sandwich. Dinner. If it's your birthday, what month is your birthday? I don't want to know the date, but what month?
September.
Okay. So you're now could if you're early September, it could be a summer baby, but I was gonna say fall baby, but September. Um and someone's gonna take you out for your birthday, take you out to dinner. I'm not necessarily looking for a place, but what is your if you had any you could order anything you wanted, what would you be going for?
Either shrimp Alfredo or hibachi.
Wow, okay. Okay. Very nice. Do you get those foods often?
Probably shrimp Alfredo the most, yeah.
All right. Um, College basketball, March Madness going on. Been following the women's tournament?
Yes, I have.
I know you've been following the men's tournament,
Yeah.
although you might not now, but um, who wins the women's? Who wins the men's?
The women's I have UConn, and then the men's I have who do I have? Either Duke or I had Arkansas, but they lost, so
Yeah,
Duke.
Duke. Who did Arkansas lost? Did they lose to
Um,
Arizona? Was it
yeah,
Michigan?
they lost to Arizona. So I either have Duke or Arizona. Yeah,
Yeah, Arizona's pretty tough. Yeah, I had Arkansas as well. My bracket is just completely blown
I
up.
made a lot of brackets, so
Are you doing good in any of them?
I was doing really good on my Duke bracket. It was like 94%.
Wow, that's tremendous.
Thanks.
Mine's more like at 9%. So I mean, I think that tells you
Well, I had a
Where we
Michigan bracket, and it's like 15% right now. So
that's I can relate to that. Favorite class in high school, or at least this year in high school,
I'd say my favorite class this year is probably French 5.
is what?
French 5.
French. I thought you said French fries. I was going to say, what is that a class? That's impressive. Sign me up for that. I'd go back to school for that. French 5, okay. And your least favorite?
Least favorite, I like math, but it's just really hard. AP calculus.
Oh, God bless you. AP calculus. I struggled to get out of algebra. So I mean, again, it shows you where we are on the opposite side of things. Favorite social media platform, and then we'll wrap it up.
Favorite social media platform would probably be TikTok.
Do you are you a viewer, or do you participate?
I participate every once in a while.
Yeah, nice. All right, and you probably have hundreds of thousands of folks following everything you do, right?
I wish.
Someday, maybe someday, we'll see.
Yeah.
Again, just an incredible career, and it capped off with a big old exclamation point here in your senior year. Mimi, it's been a joy to get to know you a little bit. Again, myself and everybody wishes you well at Maryland and beyond. Take care of yourself, and congratulations on all your successes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mimi Thiero, Quaker Valley, our WPIAL Girls Basketball Player of the Year. We thank her for joining us. We thank our friends at Edgar Snyder and Associates for their sponsorship, and thanks to our producer, Late Night Chris Lackner, as we call him. I'm Don Rebel. Thank you for joining us. Rebel Yell Podcast, Trib Live High School Sports Network.